Hi, my best reading buddies. We are still looking at the two wool gloves. So in our last mini lesson, we talked about the differences in meaning between similar verbs, action words. Earlier in this unit, we drew inferences about what an author didn't directly tell us. And we can keep these skills in mind as we work on comparing and contrasting characters today. So today we are going to compare and contrast the experiences of two characters in a story. This story. Characters are the people or animals the story is about. And comparing them and contrasting them is important because it helps readers get a better understanding of what happens in a story. So I want to look at a chart we did a while ago. This is a Venn diagram. Remember, Venn diagram is the two circles, and what's in the outside of each circle is independent things that each character does, okay? The other character doesn't do it. The middle part where they overlap is what the two characters are similar about them. So differences are on the outside, similarities are on the inside, right? So this one, way back at the beginning of the year, we read about Wolf Cub's Den and Bear's Cave, right? We read those books about a real bear and a fictional bear, right? So that, I just want to remind you of this is what we do, what the Venn diagram looks like. So let's go to our story here, and we are going to go to page 24. Oops, a little far, right there, all right? And so we've got the boy, he's one character, and we have Father Squirrel, he's the other character, right? So first, I will describe the boy and the squirrel and see that both characters are out in a snowstorm, right? So that's similar to them, right? Father Squirrel looks very small compared to the boy, right? Okay, so those are differences. The boy and the father squirrel look at each other, right? One thing is another thing that's similar about the experiences of the two characters is they both have one glove, right? But what's not similar, what's contrasting, is the boy is all warm and cozy in his winter clothes, while Father Squirrel is very cold, right? So we've got some similarities and we have some differences. So let's pull up and look at the Venn diagram of the boy and Father Squirrel, okay? So differences, the boy is bigger, he's wearing warm clothes, he's alone, that's another thing. He's not with anybody out in the woods, right? Then we've got Father Squirrel is smaller, so that's the opposite, bigger, smaller. Warm, cold, opposites, remember we've talked about opposites before. And then the boy is alone, but Father Squirrel is taking care of his family, right? So he's got a family, he's not alone out in the woods. But what's similar to them is they're both out in that snowstorm, right? And they both have one glove. So that's the similarities and the differences between them. So what I just modeled was I compared and contrast the experiences of two characters in the wool glove. What I would like you to do today is pick any one of your books, any book in your house, any book on Benchmark, any book on Raz Kids. I want you to pick a book and I want you to look at it and I want you to compare two characters. You can think about opposites, bigger, smaller, warm, cold, what's different between the characters and what's similar between the characters. If you want to, create your own Venn diagram. They're kind of fun to make. So go ahead and have fun today. Thanks.